For this video, I've mixed an intentionally slightly drier dough. So this is a country dough, and it's about 72% hydration. And the goal of this video will be to show you how to make a drier dough still bake up like a slightly wetter dough. So to start, I extended the auto lease quite a bit longer. So this has been auto leasing for about 45 minutes, and that just allows the dough to relax a bit more. And all of my folds are going to be much more gentle than I would for a wetter dough. So you can see that it's already slightly thicker than some of the higher hydration doughs in other videos. So my folds are just going to grab less and pull less. So I'm not introducing as much tension. And that's it. So that's the first fold. The dough has been auto-leasing for 45 minutes. I'm also going to space the folds out a little bit more. So instead of folding every half hour, 45 minutes, I'll just fold every hour or so. Now that this dough has rested for about an hour, I'm going to give it another gentle fold. You can see that the dough is starting to inflate, so I'm being extremely gentle. That'll do it. We'll let it rest for another 45 minutes. It's been about 4.5 hours since this dough auto-leased. As you can see, it's getting nice and domed. Because it's a slightly drier dough, I'm not going to fold it anymore. I'm just going to let it continue to inflate undisturbed. So we'll come back, and I think this will be ready to divide in about another 30-40 minutes. We're now at 5 hours of bulk fermentation. You can see there are a ton of bubbles, and the dough is really inflated. I can feel the air, the trapped gas pushing against the surface of the dough. So we're going to divide now. This is a drier dough, so I'm going to again be super gentle. Feels nice and relaxed, even though it's dry. I'm just going to eyeball my two loaves. I take it back. For the pre-shape, this dough feels relaxed enough that I won't be overly gentle. I'll pre-shape it normally. You can see the height by the height of the, let's see if I can get a better angle here. The loaves are extremely tall, and I'm not really expecting that they are going to spread out a lot as they rest. So I'll let these rest for about maybe 25-30 minutes. So this dough has been relaxing for about half an hour. Because it's a little drier, I'm going to shape it less, fewer stitches, and then less stretching. So I'll just do one, sides, like that, the top, and then I'll just do one, two, maybe like that, and then roll it. If the dough is drier, I'm pulling closer to the middle, versus when the dough is wetter, I'll pull closer to the edge of the loaf. That just keeps things a little looser, and then I'll just gently fold it over like that. I'll let these relax for probably about 10 or 15 minutes. So these loaves are nice and relaxed now. I've received a couple of questions about coating loaves before they go into the basket, so I'll go over that again here. So to coat the loaf, what I'm going to do is flip the loaf into my hands, give it a quarter turn so I'm looking straight down the seam. I'll just do it. All right. So flipped it into my hands like that, gave it a quarter turn. Now we're looking right down the seam. I have one lobe in each hand. I'm going to gently bring the two lobes together, and then I'm going to start at the top, go to the back, side, side. Okay, so top, gently bring it down all the way. Rock it to one side, rock it to the other side. Put my hand underneath, lift it up, and then, sorry, gently put it into the basket like that. I'll do that again. So, quarter turn. I'm looking right down the seam. I bring the two lobes together. Go front, back, side, side. Bring my hand underneath, rock it into my left hand, pick it up, and gently place it into the basket. So you can see, because this dough is drier, those two lobes aren't really fusing together the way they should. Not ideal, but that's what it is. As it relaxes overnight, they'll come together slightly. 14 hours later, we're gonna bake this loaf. So it feels actually pretty good. It feels relaxed. It's not super domed and tight because of the hydration. So I'm not going to score extremely close to the middle. I think I'll just score normally. This has been in the oven for about 20 minutes. Nice and golden. Bottom is not too dark. I'll finish it in the oven out of the cast iron So the scores opened up pretty nicely, it looks like. Cool. This spent another, I would say, 15 minutes in the oven at 490. I started the bake at 520 and then turned it down to 490. So the crust, it just came out, so the crust is still pretty solid. We'll let it cool and cut into it soon.